So it feels like everything's been pretty quiet when it comes to New England Patriots training camp, and I'm sure Bill Belichick likes that. But this has been such the weirdest 2020 timeline. You see, at the end of July, you'd have fans come out at Gillette Stadium. You're watching all the different position battles. It's where the media members would be taking videos of every single position, tweeting about it, what the stats are going on. We haven't seen any of that. We've just seen whatever the Patriots have been releasing. They've been doing everything in-house with photos and videos. And finally, later this week, they're actually going to allow other media members to start attending these training camp practices, start filming things, start tweeting out what's going on. More people are going to start being in the light. So we haven't really seen much. I know the opt-outs have happened. Everything's been quiet, but finally this past Friday, we had all three quarterbacks have a press conference and talk about what's been going on thus far with some media members via Zoom. We had Brian Hoyer, Cam Newton, and Jarrett Stidham on, and I want to take the time to do one takeaway from each player, what stuck out to me. Let's go. First off, Brian Hoyer. Hoyer stated that it was an easy decision for him to stay in New England because him and his family has said, we're permanently staying here for good.
No, it was an easy decision for me. So for me, actually, my wife and my family and I, we actually decided to kind of make New England home last fall. So we bought a house here.
I like this because I've been preaching about Brian Hoyer possibly becoming a coach after he retires. He has 1 year left on his contract. Maybe he sticks around another year as a player. But this guy's going to transition right into a coach, whether that's a quarterback's coach, an assistant somewhere. He is going to be a Patriot for life. New England fans should be happy about this. This is Hoyer's third stint with the team. On his second stint, Tom Brady himself reached out and said, I want Brian Hoyer as my backup. Now, he knows that Brian Hoyer probably isn't a viable threat to taking the starting job, but it's all about the football IQ. And if you want to think long-term here, this decision of Hoyer staying here is great for Jarrett Stidham. Since day one when they drafted Jarrett Stidham, Hoyer and Stidham have been working together. This is a relationship that's going to build for the next couple years. And just think about this, fans. Tom Brady was never going to be a mentor for the next guy that was going to be the starter. At least you have someone like Brian Hoyer who's going to be taking the time, knows the system, has been around the Patriots for almost a decade now, and can help mold the future of Jarrett Stidham. Second up is Cam Newton. He just came out and said, I wake up mad.
I wake up mad.
And you just like to see that out of Cam Newton. You know what his motivation is. I'm wondering if he just throws on the headphones in the morning in his workouts and just starts listening to 6ix9ine.
You're mad, I'm back. Big mad, he's mad, she's mad, big sad, ha ha, don't care.
Maybe 6ix9ine isn't his taste. Maybe he listens to a little Drake.
I'm upset. 50,000 on my head is disrespect.
Whatever it is, fans should absolutely be happy about this. Cam Newton looks motivated. The one thing that I thought there was a little issue was he kind of danced around about his shoulder injury. They asked him about how's he feeling. He said, I'm feeling okay, feeling great, whatever it is.
I'm just wondering how you're feeling physically right now.
The season's not here yet, so I do still have time and, working with the training staff here.
But he said we still have more camp to go through. So to me, it seems like, is he 100%? We'll see about that. Then they asked him about the shoulder, and he said, yeah, I'm a full go.
At this particular point in time, sir, I'm full go.
It is what it is, but it's something to monitor. Will Cam Newton's injuries from his past history creep up this year? He hasn't taken an NFL hit in quite a while, so that's something to really keep monitoring for the entire season. And lastly, Jarrett Stidham. Stidham was asked about the competition with Cam Newton. Is he ready to take over a starting job? And Stidham, of course, said, I'm definitely ready.
I'm definitely ready. I think I've put in a lot of work this offseason to really improve mentally, physically, in a lot of different areas.
He knows what's at hand right now. He knows that he has one of the toughest competitors right next to him, someone that's ultimately hungry, that wants that starting job, and Stidham has to give everything he has into getting it. I feel that with Stidham and what he was saying in his quotes, he seemed like a leader. We've talked about this on Boston's Big Three before.
Jay, the problem's not can Cam Newton lead this team, because he can, and I hear you 100%. But you already have Jarrett Stidham, who's already acting like that. it's gonna be the whole alpha male versus alpha male, and who's gonna be the true leader, and which player is gonna buy
it's gonna be
into that
exciting to see.
quarterback.
Cam Newton versus Jarrett Stidham, it's going to come down to leadership in that locker room. If you look back at the quotes between both of them, Cam's very self-motivated. He says he's upset, I'm mad. He wants to do some his way, and he wants to rebound and show that. Whereas Stidham on the opposite end is more team-oriented right now. We have great players around us. We're going to do this, and this. Keep an eye on those quotes going forward here. You know, that's something that you say, oh, Babs, you're looking too far into it. That is going to be a difference maker here. See the way they're reacting. I think both of them respectively did great their first time around in these press conferences. We're going to see what happens later this week. We're going to see what happens later this month. And I'm excited to see both these guys compete while Brian Hoyer's in the background, helping both of them out, getting ready for the New England Patriots 2020 kickoff.